Hello, everybody. My name is Yasin Alafoun, and my partner's name is Caroline Paul. I'm in Class 8S, and she is in 8V. And today, we will talk about how mistakes can help you grow. Have you ever made a mistake and felt terrible about it? Maybe you did bad on a test, or said something wrong or offensive, or messed up in sports or activities and let down your team. We all make mistakes and tend to feel ashamed and have this urge to hide them. Now, what if I told you that these mistakes are actually power-ups and help you climb to the next level?
Think of your life as a video game where you constantly have to level up in order to progress with your journey. Now, typically, you fail on the first try, and you're also not expected to succeed on the first try. To find a solution and to progress, you're typically forced to think outside of the box, come up with new solutions. And now, what if this means that in real life, you should fail as well?
Research shows that 92% of successful entrepreneurs failed before being successful. Another research conducted by Stanford University found that mistakes help you grow, and one can learn from failure, which helps the brain become stronger by building and making better connections. Even a very successful person, Michael Jordan, said, "I've failed over and over and over again, and that's why I succeed," back in 2016. If even these famous people have failed and openly admit to it, why are we often made not only fun of, but feel forced to hide it?
Now, one could argue that sharing experiences where you failed is embarrassing, and it often is, especially when you haven't found the correct solution yet. Now, the thing is that failure is normal, and by trying to hide them, you don't really learn or grow. By making mistakes, you expand your borders, and you go past them, which gives you increased flexibility, logical thinking skills, and it just makes you a better person as well.
Some of the best ideas in history basically came from mistakes. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the chocolate chip cookie was an accident? A woman was trying to make chocolate chip cookies, but the chocolate chips didn't mix in. It just stayed in chunks. And that is basically how we got a very delicious treat. When you mess up, don't see it as failure. You can just ask yourself, how can I do this differently? Or, what can I do differently? Or, can I try a different way? Sometimes, when you ask yourself things, you can do something a lot better than what you planned or expected.
When handling something new or something you've never been exposed to before, it is really important that your mindset appreciates the mistakes you make. The growth mindset is a state of mind with which you believe that you're not at a fixed state of intelligence, and instead you learn from your mistakes and increase your intelligence and your borders. Now, when you make a mistake, you then don't think to yourself, "Oh, I'm just going to give up." Instead, you stand up and you try again.
Now, what it basically means is that after you know one way of doing something is the wrong solution to level up, you shouldn't repeat what you just did.
Making mistakes is normal, and you won't always be prepared for the time when you make them, which is expected, right? Now, it's important that you don't repeat a mistake you know is obviously the wrong answer. There are times where you'll find a more creative solution, come up with something even better, such as the chocolate chip cookie. When you fail, don't often be scared of it, but embrace it and learn from it.
Being ashamed can be embarrassing, and you don't have to share your failures until you succeed.
The overall message of our talk is that no matter how bad it gets, when you hit rock bottom, usually there's only one way to go, and that's up.
Thank you.